Arsenal's search for a striker would certainly fall into that category, but I think both of you have written in recent times about the fact that it is getting closer with Viktor Gyökeres, and that would be the biggest piece of this summer puzzle done.
Yeah, it would be. They've got to get it completed though, and they're working to complete it, and there's an agreement in principle which is for a fee of 63.5 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons, but they still need to sort of put the finishing touches to the nature of those add-ons. And there are reports coming from Portugal tonight that the Sporting president, Frederico Varandas, wants sort of near fixed guaranteed 10 million add-ons, and maybe Arsenal's thoughts on how you get to those add-ons are a little bit different. And I guess these are natural parts of the closing stages of negotiations, and it can get a little bit tense and complicated, especially because this one's been complicated throughout, with Gyokeres believing that he had an agreement with the Sporting president Varandas to leave for 60 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons, and that the Sporting president reneged on that, and Varandas saying there's no such agreement, and Arsenal have ultimately managed to get this agreement in principle for not too much more than that, and the agents involved have waived their fee and so on. So Arsenal are in a very, very advanced position on this, and they're trying to close it out. It's not done just yet, but they'll be hopeful that they can do so and get him on their pre-season tour, and that would be a massive piece of business for them. Of course, this long-awaited search for a number 9, and his goal-scoring record, especially in the last 2 years, absolutely spectacular. And his desire to join Arsenal and take up what's been prepared, a 5-year contract, and the force with which he's pushed it, and not return to training with Sporting Lisbon to almost help facilitate this move to Arsenal. So let's see if they can get it absolutely concluded, but that would be a massive piece in the jigsaw, alongside the likes of Mascara, who they're getting in from Valencia as a depth at centre-back. Obviously, Noni Madueke deal is getting through towards completion. They've done Christian Norgard and Kepa, and let's see what else they can do and try and renew contracts, the likes of Ethan Nwaneri, Bukayo Saka, William Saliba, etc. So it's a really busy time for Andrea Berta, the new sporting director, Mikel Arteta, of course, as manager, and the ownership, the Kroenkes, as they try and make Arsenal competitive again and get them over the line in attempting to win trophies.
All right, that is Arsenal. What about heading across?
Arsenal are closing in on the signing of Viktor Gyökeres from Sporting. The final details of a move are now being discussed, and all parties are moving towards reaching a full agreement for the Swede to join the Gunners. Gyökeres has already agreed personal terms on a 5-year deal and has been awaiting a club-to-club agreement. He is now expected to join Arsenal. Arsenal always intended to sign a leading striker this summer, with Gyökeres and RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko the two primary targets for months. Gyökeres has made clear his desire to leave Sporting and move to the Emirates, and will face disciplinary action for refusing to board a plane on Saturday to join his teammates for the Portuguese club's pre-season training campaign. Gyökeres, formerly of Brighton, Swansea and Coventry, believes Sporting's president, Frederico Varandas, failed to honour an agreement between the pair that would allow him to join Arsenal for 60 million plus 10 million in add-ons. Talks had been at a stalemate, but Arsenal have made progress over the weekend and are now closing in on a deal to sign their No. 1 striker target, who has scored 97 goals in 102 games for Sporting. Gyökeres' arrival would make him the latest signing Arsenal have made this summer, after Martin Zubimendi joined from Real Sociedad, Christian Norgard from Brentford, and goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga from London rivals Chelsea. Noni Madueke is in London ahead of undergoing a medical to complete a 52 million move from the Blues. The belief from many at Arsenal is that the arrival of a leading striker such as Gyökeres can help them bridge the gap to win the Premier League title. They have finished second in each of the last 3 seasons.